everyone. Just waiting to get the tech up and running before I launch into a topic very dear to my own heart, and I'm sure to many of yours. Right, let us see what we've got going on here. Okay, good morning, everybody. It's Monday, it's 10 a.m., it's the start of a new week, which is super exciting. Easter starts this week, which means we have a slightly shorter week, which is also really exciting. So welcome if you're just going to jump on now, and I'm going to jump into my topic. I'm going to try and keep it short today because I know we're all really busy, and this entire topic is about you getting your time back. So I'm going to value your time as well. First of all, I want to set the scene. So most of you I know, I asked last week, what's the one thing holding you back from success in your business? And what I heard is time. Time. Lots of people said time. So I understand that one 100% completely, because if you followed my story at all, you'll know that about 7 years ago, I actually had a bit of a nervous breakdown because I was working about 80 hours a week. I had 3 little kids at home. I was trying to run 2 companies, and I had no time to do anything except pump out work and run around like a mad woman. And I know exactly how much that sucks. Good morning, Fiona. Hi, Rianne. So I completely understand the concept of not enough time each week to do all the things that you would like to get done. And so today I'm going to focus on 5 things that you can do that might help you to find more time in your week. And say hi if you're joining, by the way. I love to know who's on, and feel free to ask questions throughout the live. This is a place where, whilst it might not be an open Zoom call where we can all interchat, it's definitely a place where you can ask questions in the comments, and I'll see those as I'm chatting. So as you probably know from my story, the mummy juggle struggle, which is too much work, not enough time, constantly waking up every day, feeling exhausted from the day before, but knowing that you have to man up and have a new day. It's kind of like, mouse on a wheel, entrepreneurial Groundhog Day. I totally get it. I know most of you will relate to this. Hi, Ali. And so I want to tell you guys 5 things that I think can help this. Morning, Liz. There's obviously a lot more, and that's what I focus on in coaching in my one-to-one and my really awesome e-commerce academy, which starts in 4 weeks, and I'm epically excited about. So if you haven't checked it out after this live, go check it out. There's a $500 discount voucher for you guys to join me on that, and there's payment plans too. So that obviously is a much deeper version of some of the stuff that I cover in my free videos and my free Facebook Lives inside this group. So here's one of the first things I want to drop to you guys. It's knowing your why. So you all started a business because you saw a problem that you wanted to solve, and you felt that you had a solution that would solve that problem for others and you could monetize it, right? But somewhere along the line, often when we're doing our do and we're stuck on the mouse wheel, we actually forget why we started the business. And this is going to be a little bit strange, but I promise you I'll link it back. The reason why I want you to look at this is that if we don't know why we're on the mouse wheel, we're going to resent the hell out of it. If we can't see something come back to us in terms of a purpose, a greater sense of building a business as an asset that we can sell, paying ourselves properly, if we can't see why we're doing this, then the chances are we're probably not going to be able to find the energy in order to be able to get through the slog that happens at the start of a new business. We're going to resent it. We're going to put it second, or our families are going to resent it. So I want to, first of all, bring you back to why. Why did you start this business? What is in it for you? So this is about clarity, really. And if you've downloaded my Mummy Juggle Struggle ebook, I talk about these in a lot more detail in there. There's a free link to that in the announcements inside the Facebook group. But understanding why you were building your business is so fundamental to being able to have the balls to be able to actually execute a successful, profitable business. So that's the first one I want you to remember. Now, trying to get to your why, I call this dream time, right? So you know that space where you feel really relaxed and meditative? Mine is having a nanny nap in the afternoon on my bed, blankie on my lap, pillow under my knees, piece of paper or journal next to my head. I lie there and I think. Other people go for a surf. It's the bathtub for some people. Whatever is your version, find your why in that space. Have a floating think about why you're doing what you're doing. Number 2 on my list of 5 today is paying yourself first. Now, this is also controversial because this is exactly the same as number 1. If you're not getting something out of your business, chances are you're going to feel the relentless, exhausting grind every day in a way that you don't when you're getting paid properly. So I know in the early days of building a startup, it's really hard to find money to pay yourself. There's always bills to pay, other things that take precedent or priority of your money over paying yourself. Now, I'm here to tell you that's wrong. The very first person you should pay of any bill that comes along is yourself. Now, this might just be $100 a week, $300 a week. It's a token amount to start with until you can start to scale that up. But if you pay yourself something, that means that you can go out and buy yourself a new dress or buy some kids' school shoes or whatever it is that you want to use your money for, and you have earned that money, you will again change your status and relationship with the hours that you work in the business. And I feel those first two are really important, and they're not the traditional, I'm going to give you a whole bunch of better things you can execute in a moment, but I really want to raise those two, because if you're not looking at those aspects of why you run a business and paying yourself inside that business, well, you're not going to find the energy to be able to continue the grind of building a business. And remember, ladies, that you as the business owner are actually your number one asset in a business. And it's ironic because we all treat ourselves as our least most valuable part of the business, don't we? And yet without us running the businesses, being the mum, doing all the things that we need to do in our everyday life, we actually don't have a business. So if you don't start to value yourself in that space, well, it doesn't look good for the mummy juggle struggle. Number 3, learning what to delegate. So I have a topic around this, which is around knowing what your hourly rate is. So most business owners should probably value themselves at around about $100 an hour. So that means that you yourself would do tasks that are around about $100 an hour. But if you can find people that you can outsource particular aspects of your life to that are under $100 an hour, sometimes it's more valuable. And the perfect example is the cleaner, right? So we all have houses with families and things get messy, and we ourselves often run around doing the cleaning every week, right? And we're already tired and exhausted, and we end up snapping at everyone because it's the last thing we want to do. But you can have a cleaner for around about $25, maybe $30 an hour. And in those 3 hours that it takes a cleaner, and you pay $90 for that cleaner, imagine what you could do with those 3 hours if you spent those 3 hours entirely on business development, on project management, on ways that you could find new clients this week, ways that you could collaborate with other brands or find new wholesale avenues. And you took those 3 hours and you made them targeted, and you actually worked on an hourly rate that is more valuable to you. So you pay someone $90, but you maybe generate $300 in new business in those same 3 hours. Do you kind of get where I'm going with this? So knowing your hourly rate helps you to identify the things that you should be able to outsource and delegate inside your business. So the ones most of you will be familiar with is social media posting. My social media chick is in the Philippines, and she's fantastic, and I pay her about $200 a month, and she does 2 different Instagram channels for me, and she can post to all my social apps if I want her to. So finding people that are low cost, that are able to do repeat and repetitive tasks inside your business that free you up. Now, I'm not talking about free you up so that you can, get stuck doing something else repetitive and shitty in your business. I'm talking about freeing up those hours so that you can focus not working in your business, but focus on bigger business development, project management, kind of stuff that'll make your business grow, not stuff that keeps your business in the survival mode. Because I don't know if you've heard me talking about this, but less than 2% of female-owned businesses ever crack $1 million revenue. I'm just going to repeat that. Less than 2% ever make $1 million in their annual revenue in a business, females. It's shit. It's totally rubbish. I kind of know why though. It's because females get caught up in the grind. They stay stuck on the mouse wheel, and they actually are repetitively on the mouse wheel, and they're unable to look up and work on building that business. Get out of their own way is really how I would describe it. So paying yourself first and knowing what your hourly rate is in order to be able to delegate some of the repeat, boring, crappy tasks that you shouldn't be working on inside your business to somebody who is low cost is definitely a way to free up hours for you. For example, I have a bookkeeper He's in Sri Lanka, and he's about 17 Australian dollars an hour. So he can pretty much reconcile most books in about 2 hours a month. So we're talking about, let's call it $40 a month. If you're ever reconciling your own books inside Xero again, slap yourself on the hand and email me and I'll give you Raj's details. There are certain things inside your business that you doing does not help your business to grow. It helps your business to stay on the mouse wheel, around and around and around. And that's what I want you to be thinking about. So number 4, this is about software, guys, and tech. So I can't remember who it was. One of you, I think it was Lena, raised a question this week in the group around Apple. Should she switch from a PC over to Apple Mac if her computer has failed? And my answer to that is unequivocally yes. And I think I shaved probably 3 to 5 hours a week of wasted time by moving across to have my computer and my phone sync. So when I want to put a calendar item in one of mine, it automatically syncs to the other. When I send an email from one, it automatically syncs to the other. When I want to copy and paste something off one, I simply copy off one, paste on the other. Like, it is formidable how much time you can save by having good, fast software that does not let you down. And that includes apps. So most of you should be on Shopify, Klaviyo, and Xero, and they are the ones that will help you to have a seamless integration of stuff that feeds backwards and forwards and doesn't involve you being in. So the push-pull data happens behind the scenes. There's very little that you have to be involved in. And this is what we're talking about. Reclaiming your hours back is having software that all talks to itself and that allows you to work on the business, not in it. And that's, so software and tech can be a really big part of that. And that includes automating your shipping. If there's anyone on this who watches this video today that is still handwriting labels or just barcode printing them and doesn't have it automated in some way and has customers emailing them going, hey, what's my tracking number? Where's my order? That shit should all be automated, guys. There's heaps of ways you can do that. My favorite is Ship It. I love Ship It because you connect it to your Shopify store or WooCommerce. It takes your orders and it applies a rule to it. So it says this customer is in location postcode 2230 and the warehouse or the place where the product is being picked up from, which might be your spare bedroom, is postcode 4434, right? And it goes, what's the cheapest way to get from A to B? And then it'll run through a bunch of different courier companies. So, you know, Toll, Australia Post, Star Trek, all of the courier companies that are loaded in there. And it picks the cheapest one. Then what it does is it messages the customer, and you can control how it does this, but it messages the customer saying, hey, we've dispatched your order and this is the tracking number. All you need to do is click on here and we'll tell you where it is. You can actually load into their ads for to resell, because one of the things I notice a lot when I'm dealing with my one-to-one clients is that their repeat customer rate is quite low. If you're not getting about a 25% repeat customer rate on your store, then you're leaving money on the table. And one of the ways you can do that is to continue to remarket to them. So Ship It actually allows you to remarket to them from within the tracking. Like, I mean, how cool is that? So we don't want people to come back to you to ask, where is my product? We don't want to have people having delayed orders. We want stuff dispatched really quickly, and we want it automated because that's more time for you to work on your business, not in it. Right. And then my number 5, and this is probably, honestly, this is probably the one that'll make the most sense to you guys, is clustering your tasks. So I love to block time each week, and I like to, for example, if you're one of my one-to-one customers where we do coaching together, you'll notice that I only do coaching on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. That's because Monday morning is my strategy and Monday afternoon's marketing, and Wednesday is kind of the same, but a bit of admin as well. And that means I only coach on 3 days a week. Now, if you're not kind of clustering your tasks each week into some semblance of a system, then what happens is you waste time. Because, let me give you an example. When you go from ringing your accountant and chatting about your numbers to calling a supplier to chase up an order to quickly doing some customer service emails, they're all really quite dramatically different kinds of energies or brain powered kind of activities, if you like. So what I really want you to do is try and push these together into specific patterns. So you might have, Wednesday morning is always your numbers morning. So you speak to your accountant, you check your numbers, you print your cash summaries out of Xero to see where you can save more money. You do all your kind of pay all your bills in one clump. Then you might have an hour every day at midday that's customer service. You might have 2 hours every afternoon that is dispatching orders, but you don't do them in the morning and you don't do them after school. You do them in those 2 hours each day. and that is your clustered tasks. So grouping your different tasks together every week into little routine patches and then sticking to it, I promise you this will also add many hours back into your week. And then the hours that you are focusing on building your business, so this is like marketing, business development, collaboration, it's ideas, it's creativity, it's imagination. You need to have space to be able to get into that headset. Otherwise, if you're in the middle of trying to email customers and waiting for the courier to knock on your front door while you're trying to think about a new marketing campaign, it's not going to happen. You're not going to be at your best. Your creativity is kind of going to be a little bit all over the place. And so clustering your tasks into a way that allows you to be in your best energy in those moments. And the hardest thing for us mamas is to stick to it because I do this all the time where I work with clients and we come up with awesome, wicked strategies, but then there's a lack of follow through sometimes. And I do it too. It's human behavior, but having some regimented routine and sticking to it, this is where you will suddenly find yourself with more space in your week to be working. Of course, what I want you to be doing is either spending it with your kids and having quality time. So I'm a massive advocate. If you've downloaded my Mummy Juggle Struggle ebook, I'm such a massive advocate of between 7 and 9 a.m. you're with your kids, be with them, go and hang with them, laugh with them. Don't be so distracted by your business stuff that you're actually not able to be present with them. And the same goes from 3 to 5, in the afternoon. Take them down to the park, have a play, have afternoon tea, help them with their homework. But outside of those hours, you know exactly when you're on and then you know when you're off. And that allows you to feel not so much mummy guilt, because I know we all feel mummy guilt about when we're not with our kids but we're working, we feel guilty about our kids, and when we're with our kids and we're not working on our business, we have guilt about our business. Get rid of the guilt, focus on the bits you need to be doing at each time, and know that you have a strategy, a why are you building this. So also just a plug, if you like, for my e-commerce academy. All of the stuff that I talk about in this, my Facebook ads live, the 5 mini course videos that I've done, all of this stuff is the intro to what I go into in a much greater level inside my 6-week program called the e-commerce academy. That starts in 4 weeks, which is wickedly exciting. And it's a 6-week program. We do 2 lives each week around lunchtime for 45 minutes. If you miss one, no problems. You replay it that night or the next day. You also get access to over 60 videos that I've recorded in a library, and probably the bit that I always find the most valuable is the e-com Bible that you're going to get, which is the exact system, structure, formulas, details, exactly what you need to know to be able to scale your business to about 300 grand a year. Past that, I have another program called $1 Million Brands, and that's going to run in July. But for now, if you're in that 0 to 300 grand a year revenue bracket, and you're just about to start up but haven't quite got there, this is the program for you. This is kind of like the business school that we wish we'd been taught but never have. The one place you need to come to be able to get everything you need to grow a lean, profitable business. And I do everything a little bit differently. I don't teach old school business methods. I won't give you any fluff. All killer, no filler is what one of my marketing people once wrote about me. And the idea is that the stuff that I teach you is instantly actionable. It actually works, I know, because those who know my story know I've built 6. I'm about to build my 7th company this year, and 2 of them have been, one was 3 million a year turnover and one was 2 million a year turnover online brands. So I kind of feel like I know what I'm talking about. And because I work with amazing clients all over Australia that are mumpreneurs kicking ass from 50 grand a year revenue through to over $1 million a year revenue. These are my clients, and I'm working on these strategies in their business. So if you want lean, innovative marketing tools that are going to be not throwing heaps of money at Facebook, but other cool ways to be able to grow your brand, this is the academy for you. And there's a $500 off voucher, which is in all of my marketing stuff. If you don't have it and you need it, send me a message and I will send you the code. And that is it for today, my lovelies. I can't wait to welcome some of you inside the academy this week. If you're thinking about signing up, book a 15-minute call with me. Probably won't get hold of me this week. It's a bit of a crazy, busy week, but send me a message and we can tic-tac on email anyway. And I wish all of you the most wonderful Easter. I really hope you're going to have a break with your families. Switch off. I'm going away for 5 nights. We're going camping up in Mount Kosciuszko, just me and my fella. my daughter's going to her dad's for Easter, which is bittersweet, but it does give me an opportunity to have adult only time, and I can assure you that we're going to make the most of that. Up near Mount Perisher in the beautiful alpine region, we're going to go mountain biking and trout fishing and sleep and rest, and I probably won't be on my phone much at all. But I wish whatever you're doing is a wonderful family oriented love fest, and I will be around anytime you need me. All right, have a wicked day. Bye, my gorgeous friends.